Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will steadily move forward in his career, but not because he is talking big. He's not much of a talker. He believes in putting his head down and getting the job done, and bosses often notice hard workers like him. Over time, he can climb up the ladder through his discipline and strong work ethic.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he doesn't easily break down. He tends to stay calm and keeps his emotions in check, not one for drama or loud complaints. He might not share his feelings much and instead will try to fix things himself, following routine and order.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work may not warm up to him easily, and he's not the most friendly or approachable person in the room. He tends to keep to himself and doesn't put much effort into being polite or building deep connections. Respect for his hard work and discipline will be there, but he might not be popular or loved.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you achieve great things in your career, he probably won't show much pride or support, and he may even feel uneasy about it. He's not the type to openly celebrate someone else's success, and your achievement could make him withdraw even more. Don't expect warm praise or excitement. His way is quiet and reserved, not openly supportive.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he is likely to feel uncomfortable deep down, even if he doesn't say it aloud. He might not pick a fight about it, but you could sense him becoming even more withdrawn or quiet around you. His pride comes from working hard. So seeing you earn more might make him feel less important.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money very carefully and prefers to plan every expense. You won't catch him making impulsive buys or wasting money on things that don't matter. He likes order and will stick to a budget, always thinking about tomorrow.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. Showing off or spending to impress others just isn't his style. You'll rarely see him trying to keep up with others or wasting money on unnecessary things.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite tight both with money and his way of thinking. Generosity does not come easily to him, whether it's about spending on others or being flexible and open hearted in daily life. If you're hoping for warm surprises or open kindness, you may be disappointed.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be open and straightforward about money, not secretive or sneaky. He prefers clear rules and routines, so you will usually know exactly where the money goes and what the plan is. He may sometimes feel controlling about how money is spent, wanting things done his way.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be well organized, but may expect traditional roles, meaning he could think it's mostly your job. He values order and routine in the home, but might not eagerly jump in to help with daily chores unless it's a task he already sees as his responsibility. Don't expect him to be naturally helpful or spontaneous about sharing the load. He will probably stick to what he thinks is each person's duty.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by supervising or giving instructions rather than getting his own hands dirty with chores or diapers. He likes things to be done a certain way and may insist on order, but actually taking on these tasks himself doesn't come naturally to him. He's steady, but his idea of helping often stops at guiding, not doing.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is not very likely to truly try to understand your side. Instead, he may focus on proving that his way is best or simply stick to his own view. Discussions can feel one sided with him set on his routine or beliefs.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he usually stays calm on the outside and doesn't shout or say hurtful things. He is not the type to lash out or behave in an aggressive way. Instead, he tends to go quiet, pull back, or give you the silent treatment.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. Most of the time, he keeps his temper in check and doesn't blow up over small things. While this isn't a red flag for sudden anger or danger, it can be tough if you need open talks or clear signs of how he feels.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry or take responsibility when something goes wrong. Instead of owning up, he may quietly avoid the topic or act as if nothing happened. Admitting mistakes is difficult for him, and you may feel like you're carrying the burden of fixing things on your own.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to respect clear boundaries, especially when they are kept simple and direct. He values order and rules. So when you say no, he will understand and stick to it without pushing too much. You don't have to worry about him ignoring your limits or becoming forceful.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He is not likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of getting upset or sulking, he tends to accept things as they are, especially when boundaries are clear. He might become a bit distant or quiet, but he won't pressure you or try to make you feel guilty.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He's not the type to share your secrets or use your vulnerable times against you later. You won't have to worry about him making fun of you or embarrassing you in front of others.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and steady in a relationship, not someone who gets distracted by other women easily. His nature is more reserved and serious, and he doesn't go looking for excitement or new adventures outside of what he already has. He prefers stability and routine over taking risks, especially in personal matters.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He's not the type to be over possessive, jealous, or always suspicious. His focus is more on following routines and keeping things in order rather than monitoring your every move or trying to control you. You probably won't feel smothered or watched in the relationship.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
His protective nature is less about love and more about wanting everything to follow his rules and be in order. So, if he seems protective, it's really his way of managing situations and making sure things go smoothly by his standards. It's not about caring in a warm, gentle manner, but more about keeping control and sticking to routines.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to see parenting as something that should be well organized and run smoothly. But he may expect you to do most of the hands on work, especially the daily care and emotional support. He will step in for tasks he sees as his duty, like big decisions or setting rules, but you may not find him sharing everyday chores or helping with emotional needs. He tends to stick to traditional roles and may believe you should handle most of the child raising.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will usually stay calm and not lose his temper. He controls his emotions well and doesn't shout or lash out. Instead, he may quietly point out the mistake, set things back in order, or even withdraw if he feels frustrated.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your role as a mother, especially if you handle responsibilities well, but he may not fully support your need to be your own person outside of family duties. He thinks more about order, routines, and what needs to be done at home. So, your personal dreams or interests might not get much encouragement or understanding from him. You may feel seen for what you do, not always for who you are as an individual.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who may seem okay with your career at first, but might expect you to quit or cut back after having a child. He values order, routine, and traditional roles. So once family life changes, he's likely to lean towards the idea that you should focus mainly on home and kids. If your career is very important to you, have clear and honest conversations now so you're not surprised later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than showing real warmth to your parents. He values good manners and proper behavior at family functions, but don't expect him to go out of his way to create close bonds, share jokes, or show lots of affection. His interactions will be respectful and orderly, but may feel formal or distant. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to his way of doing things rather than making changes for them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will usually handle it calmly and not create drama. He doesn't shout or react strongly and prefers keeping things orderly and quiet. You'll need to communicate openly as he won't step in on his own or help manage family tensions directly.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem modern with you privately, but expects you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. In daily life as a couple, he may let you live as you like, but when family visits or during social gatherings, he'll likely want you to follow customs, dress a certain way, and behave according to family expectations. He values order and sticking to set roles, especially around elders.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is most likely to stay out of it rather than openly support you or side with his family. He avoids getting involved in emotional conflicts, preferring to keep things quiet and let issues pass on their own. His main focus is keeping order and peace, even if that means keeping silent when you need backup.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not likely to be a classic mummy's boy who blindly takes his mother's side in everything, but he also won't easily or openly choose your side in a conflict with her. Instead, he prefers to avoid the fight altogether by staying silent or stepping back, hoping the issue will fade without open confrontation. He values order and keeping the peace more than taking sides. so you may feel he isn't fully with you when things get tense.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind of man who will share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He prefers to keep personal matters private and doesn't like to involve others in his relationship problems. This means you can trust that most of your personal moments and disagreements will stay between the two of you.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Day in and day out, being with this man brings a sense of order, routine, and security, but often at the cost of warmth and excitement. He works hard, follows rules, and keeps life running smoothly, so you rarely have to worry about chaos or surprises.